Welcome to the race of the century. Let's start things off officially by finding someone who resides over the city of Saskatoon.
Presides, it should say.
Presides. Your first task, track this person down with the correct answer. This person will provide you with your first clue. You have 15 minutes to complete this task. Inside the hall, right?
Yeah.
Well, we've been wanting to do this for quite some time. Even Folkfest isn't immune to reality shows, so there's a lot of amazing race fans, and we thought this was an ideal fit, especially with Saskatoon Centennial. We thought, why not the race of the century? So this seemed like the year to kick it off, and it was definitely the year to kick it off.
If I were a rich man,
So what we wanted to do was to have a race around the world in 3 days without having to leave Saskatoon. And through riddles and clues and through a lot of fun on the buses that these teams would embark on challenges in all the pavilions. So it was designed so that the patrons would get excited about it because they could be involved indirectly, directly through different challenges, through some centennial tokens, that type of thing. So we just thought it would be a fun way to get the participants involved with the patrons as well.
To the orange or the yellow?
Yeah. Buses have the numbers, so we'll get off.
Okay, 23. Okay. We're going to Hungary. Oh my goodness. Well, a year ago does feel like a really long time ago now. It was actually more Michelle's idea.
Yeah, I had a friend told me about it actually, and then it sounded really neat, and I forgot. And then we were out one evening, and actually another friend totally coincidentally brought it up and was mentioning this race, and I thought, oh, I totally forgot. So looked it up on the computer, and actually that night was the deadline. So, and I'd been thinking, well, who would be a good partner for this? And of course, Tara and I have traveled together a bit and worked together and been friends for a long time, so that she'd be the perfect race partner. So I phoned her up, talked her into it. We did our application over the phone together.
I was at home on my computer. I was asking Michelle the questions, and she was answering, and I was writing stuff.
Yeah.
It was actually quite funny. It was kind of the story of our life, how we get things done at the last minute, as per usual.
Yeah.
Well, initially I heard a spot on the radio advertising it, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to do with, I don't know, one of my friends or maybe even Laura. So I suggested it, and she got really excited and fired up about it. So we decided to send in an application.
We sent it to the radio station. We put it on pink scented paper with little cowboy boot stickers on it, and they liked it.
Your dad told us about it, right?
Yeah.
And he had found out about it, and he said she should apply.
Yeah, and he wanted me to apply with like everybody I knew to make sure that I got in, but
She decided she wanted to apply with me, so we decided to do a mother-daughter team.
I think I just heard it on the radio, actually, and then did a little bit of research on the internet, just trying to see what it was all about, and had come home, and we had kind of talked about the amazing race and stuff, how neat it would be to go out and do something like that, and then saw this. I was like, hey, we should try and do it, and he seemed game for it, and away we went.
You know what, my wife now, fiance at the time, she's really on the ball in with community events, and this posting came up for, or this ad came up for contestants for this race. And we're big avid fans of The Amazing Race, and we always talked about how we could do this job, or win this this event.
And I always wanted to be on the real show, but you have to be American. So I brought it home and I asked Chad what he thought about it. He's like, yeah, let's do it. So I did the application, and I have some writing skills. So I wrote our application. It was really funny and interesting, and I think they liked it a lot. That's what they said anyways. So we were picked.
Well, it was all this kid right here.
It was me.
Yeah.
My boss phoned me one night. I'm a huge fan of the other unnamed show, and he phoned me when he heard it on the radio, so I immediately phoned him, asked if he wanted to get on it, and at my birthday party we signed all the documents, and next day we sent it off.
So we have Team CKOM, so let's hear it for Team CKOM. Come on up here, CKOM. Come on up on stage. We have Team Shaw. Where's Team Shaw? Come on up here, Team Shaw. And we have Team Magic 98.3! On your marks, get set, go! And they're consuming the ground. Where's the passion? The Magic team seems to be ahead. The Shaw team seems to know what they're doing. The CKLM team looks trepidatious.
It was kind of different because, I mean, the thing is, I think a lot of us are used to job interviews, but, I mean, for this, it was totally based on our personalities, our friendship together, the experiences we'd had, and it was something kind of new, and so we just kind of tried to go in and be ourselves and be upbeat and enthusiastic, and which we are a lot of the time.
It was interesting, I think, because waiting in the waiting area while they were getting ready for the interviews, everybody was speculating on what they were going to ask or what they were going to make us do, and it was very basic, but there was some interesting ideas of what people thought they might ask about.
We came dressed as the same thing. We both had matching knee-high socks and matching jackets, like ball uniform kind of things. We thought that might be a little bit better angle that we'd get in.
We thought we were really energetic, and we started playing with the other team's minds right in at the interview already. Just running out as we were coming out of the interview and going into the elevator, I kind of said really loudly, as I can't believe they asked us to know all the winners of the amazing race. And then the elevator closed and it was like perfect.
I think there was another team that kind of tried to throw some stuff at us, thinking that we needed to know who had won all the amazing races and trying to make us feel like we weren't going to be able to answer their questions and stuff, but he was just playing the game.
Even before it started?
Even before it started.
So we're going to start shaking kind of just like this. And then once the rope starts getting lower and lower, you got to get lower and lower too.
Thank you. Shaw. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Totally worth the wait.
Indiana Métis.